Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Susan, and we're going to do a nice little half-hour hatha yoga class. So nice and comfortable on your sit bones. If you find it's uncomfortable to sit in a cross-legged Sukhasana position, you can straighten your legs if you like, or kind of loosen them up. Find a nice, comfortable position. And sometimes just sitting on a little, very thin pillow changes the angle of the pelvis, and it will help you kind of relax your hips as well. Now the breathing is in through the nose, out through the nose, nice long, full, smooth breath. So just try to relax. That's basically, once you can relax, you find the breath will come a lot easier. So just do what you can, all right? Now just remember, listen to your body, respect your limitations. If something we're gonna do is not gonna feel good for you, you don't have to do it. Just think about it. And you could always pull back. You can skip it if you'd like, all right? And there's always room in everything we do to make little adjustments so that you find the right place that feels good for you, all right? So let us begin. Sitting nice and tall, shoulders are relaxed. Oh, today's April 16th, by the way, for those who want to know what day it is today. We're going to do our pranayama. Now, we always start our class with a couple minutes of breathing. Pranayama. Prana is breath, pranayama is breath control. And I like to choose a different mudra. So today we're going to sit in Gaya Mudra. So the tip of the index finger, the tip of the thumb together. So Gaya Mudra represents knowledge and ability, and together imparts calm and receptivity. Close your eyes. Let's take a nice long, smooth breath together. Continue on your own personal pranayama for the next 2 minutes. Relax your shoulders, just breathe. Nice long, full, smooth breath. Inhale completely. Always try and suspend your breath. Just hold it for a couple of seconds and then exhale. Now's the time to drop your day and settle your mind, and to set an intention for your practice today. Focus on any situation in your life that needs guidance from your higher self. It's time to lower the heart rate, lower our blood pressure, and lower our anxiety level. Try to find stillness in mind and body. One more nice, long, smooth breath. And on the exhale, I'd like you to bring your hands together. Now sitting nice and tall, let's rub our hands vigorously to activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center. Close your eyes. Let's take a nice, long, smooth breath together to tune out. Inhale. One more breath. And on the exhale, I'd like you to draw 3 fingers, keep the index fingers together, preparing for Jupiter Mudra. Now just one quick note with the breathing. I'm going to try and cue you on the breath. So when I say the next exhale or your next exhale is what I want you to try and move, because we always move on the exhale. So let's take a nice big breath together. And exhale up all the way. Now sitting nice and tall on your sit bones, let's reach up nice and high. Let's wake up that physical body. Let's wake up that spine. If this bothers your shoulders, you can bring your arms down. You can bring them. You can even leave them here if you'd like. Reaching up into Jupiter Mudra. Breathe. Jupiter Mudra's good luck and expansion are activated when together focus your energies on breaking through barriers. One more breath. On the exhale, I want you to release the hands, inhale into a gentle back bend, or just reach up to the ceiling if that feels better for you. Just stretch it out. Lengthen your body. Breathe. One more breath. On the exhale, let's bring the arms down very, very slowly, gentle with the shoulders. Bring your hands right onto the floor right in front of you. All right? I'm going to move back a little bit so I have a little more room. Now from here, we're going to be either crawling our fingers forward. If you find that's a little too intense, just put your hands on the floor and just focus on bending the elbow and leaning forward. That's it. Okay, whatever feels good for you. Now here again, I want you to remember to keep your back straight, your head level with your spine. Try to hinge at the hips, so try not to roll your back, okay, as best as you can. Let's go. Big breath. exhale to either just focus on leaning forward, or for those of you who are a little bit more flexible, you can reach as far as you like. And let's really start to lengthen that spine and start stretching out, releasing the muscles up and down your back, the shoulders. Just relax, find the place that feels just right, just breathe. Keep the breath going. Every breath you take, as long as we're together, is long and it's smooth. So don't hold your breath and don't forget to breathe. One more. On the next exhale, stay low, and I want you to shift your body weight. Slide your hands to the left. Now the weight's on the left thigh, right hip stays on the floor, and reach. Here again, even if you're really tight, you can't go very far. Even if you're right here, it doesn't matter, just lean. You find the place that feels right. And I just want you to feel the stretch into the right shoulder and all the way down the side of your body into the hip. So some people barely move and they feel the stretch. That's fine. I don't want you to feel like you have to be aggressive. You don't have to force your body. One more breath. On the next exhale, stay low and let's shift our body weight. Slide your hands to the right. Weights on the right thigh, left hip stays on the floor. And here again, see what you can do. Just find that place. Just relax those shoulders. Breathe. If you find closing your eyes helps you really focus and get in touch with your breath, close your eyes. Now while we're here, let's release the tension that we hold in our face. So I want you just to engage the muscles. Just really scrunch your face up as tight as you can and hold it. Then let it go. Let your face go completely slack. Let all that tension filter through your body and sink into the ground for one more breath. On the next exhale, come to center. Moving your body slowly, carefully, and very gently. There's no rush, there's no hurry, it's not a race. Hands on the lap, roll the shoulders out. Roll them out gently. Perfect. Now, left hand on the floor beside the left knee. This one here, I'm going to show you 3 different ways to do this one here. This one we're going to be bending to the side. So if you can, elbow on the floor without the right hip coming off the floor. Now, if that's not going to happen, or if it's not going to work for you, this is where our little block comes in. So what we do is you bring the floor up to you. You can rest your elbow on the floor, or on the block, I should say. Now, if you don't have a block, I'll give you another thing you can do. You can just put your hand a little bit further away from your knee, bend the elbow, and you can do the stretch that way. All right? So whatever works good for you. Right hand on the right knee, left hand on the floor, on the block, or a little bit further away. Let's go. Inhale, right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale as you lean on the elbow, or just bend the elbow a little. Reach up to the ceiling. Now try to line things up so it's nice and straight. Now the right arm hopefully is lined up to the side of the body, to the shoulder and the head. So try not to be leaning forward or leaning back as best as you can. Spread those fingers like rays of sunshine. Now if you can reach a little bit more to the left. If you can't, stay here. If you prefer to put your hand on your hip and do it that way, that's fine as well. Now if you're on your elbow, make sure the elbow and shoulder are lined up. And that's called alignment, making sure everything is nice and stacked. Keep you nice and safe. And let's get a nice extension. Let's stretch the right side of the body. One more breath. Exhale, right hand to right knee. Stay in this position with the left elbow. On the exhale, I want you to push away on the right knee. Bring the right shoulder a little closer to the left knee. Now you can soften the right elbow or keep it straight. And let's get a shoulder stretch and upper back. Here again, don't go far. Once you get to the place that feels good, just stay there. For some stretches, you might be able to go deeper. And if you do, always do it on the exhale, or back up if you have to. One more breath. Exhale, bend the elbows, stay low. Come up. All right. Let's go to the other side, counter pose. So if you're using your little block, take it with you. Set it up beside your right knee. Left hand on the left knee. Roll the shoulders out a little if you need to. Relax, loosen things up. Let's go. Left arm up. Exhale. Now here also, try to be aware of how your left hip feels. If your hip and your sit bones start to come off the floor, then you know that you're a little too deep. Either you have to readjust to what you're doing or bring your arm a little bit further back to where you started, or put your hand on your hip. I want you to try and be aware that you're anchored to the floor, your sit bones are on the floor. Let's really wake up the left side of the body. Stretch, breathe. feeling that lovely extension of all the muscles, releasing, decompressing, uncoiling the tight muscles. On the next exhale, left hand to left knee. And on the exhale, push away. One more breath. And on the next exhale, bend the elbow, come to center, nice and slow, bring yourself up. All right, perfect, roll the shoulders up. Okay, you're gonna do a nice little move called the Sufi roll. So this one here is focusing on your core muscles, your obliques, the muscles in the back. All right, so hands on the lap, sitting nice and tall. I want you to inhale as you press the chest forward. Exhale as you roll to the left, just like a half circle. You're going to exhale yourself back to straight spine. Again to the left, inhale, press the chest forward. Exhale as you roll back. Doesn't have to be a big circle. Do what you can. Again to the left, inhale. Now I want you to relax your arms. Your hands are nice and limp. Your arms are just hanging there. Focus on the movement of your core. Let's go to the right. Inhale, press the chest forward and roll. Exhale to straight spine. Again, inhale, close your eyes. Follow the rhythm of the breath. Let your breath guide you. And one more. And this is called the Sufi roll. And just roll. Let your arms just go limp. Your shoulders are so relaxed right now. And back to straight spine. All right, perfect. From here, let's get into a nice twist pose. So we're going to work on our spine a little. So right hand on the left knee, left hand behind the back. So when we're going to work with the spine, be very gentle. I don't want you to torque your back or your neck. You start slowly, and if you find you can't go any further, stay put, stay where you are. If you want to go deeper, you can do it on the exhale, and I'll show you how to do that. So left hand on the right knee, right hand on the left knee, left hand behind the back. Take your breath. On the exhale, look over the left shoulder. Your back is straight, shoulders are relaxed. Now here, if you want to go deeper, you can press on the knee, the left knee to the right. That'll give you a little more movement. If you find this is too intense, just back up a little. Find the place that works, because it comes back to the breath. When you get into a stretch or a position, if your breath changes or you lose track of your breath, that's when you have to do that little checklist to see what you're doing or what you're not doing. Adjust yourself, find that place, get that breath back. It's the breath. And when the breath is flowing and it's smooth and it's consistent, you know that your body's in the right place. One more breath. Exhale, release. Counter pose, let's go to the other side. Left hand on the right knee, right hand behind the back. So just be very gentle with your spine. If you have issues with your back, take it easy, pace yourself. On the exhale, look over the right shoulder. Now this is a spinal twist. This is specifically to release the spine, keeping it nice and flexible and balanced and supple and agile. Releasing the nerves, the blood vessels, and the blood vessels and the muscles up and down your spine. The breath is the same. Exhale, come to center. Perfect. Hands on the lap, roll the shoulders up. Now if you can, maybe you're starting to relax a little bit, roll them out a little more if you'd like. And just rolling the shoulders up is really going to help release the tension into the shoulders, into the upper body, and into the neck as well, and also increasing circulation into the upper body. All right, perfect. Let's start releasing those legs. Let's get into our little butterfly, all right? Now feet together, make sure you've got room between the heels and the groin area. Try to relax your hips. Now this particular stretch here is our bound ankle or butterfly pose. Releasing the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, groin area, the buttocks, the tight buttocks, and also a gentle hip opener. Two ways to do this one here. Hands onto the ankles. You can gently bring your elbows on the knees and lean forward. Or if you find that just sitting like this is as far as you can go or want to go, just put your hands on your legs. Keep your back straight. Just hang out here and relax and breathe. Don't have to go any further. All right, but for those of you who want to lean forward, again, your back stays straight, head is level with your spine, hinging out the hips. Take your breath. Exhale. If you're leaning forward, now focus more on leaning forward as opposed to pressing down too much on the knees. A little bit of pressure on the knees is fine, but don't really focus on leaning forward. And you should feel that beautiful release, the stretch to the inner thigh. Relax the shoulders, breathe. Pay attention to the breath. Be mindful of how you feel right now, what you feel, where you are, how your body moves, and your breath. One more. Exhale, come up all the way, very slowly. Perfect, all right. So let's stay here for a little bit longer. Now let's work on those hips. So I want you just to flap. These are called just flapping your little butterfly wings. So these are little wings. Now you don't have to have a lot of movement. This is a nice release of those tight hips, starting to engage in the muscles around the hips, starting to lubricate that nice ball and socket joint. If your hips are nice and loose and you want to flutter your wings a little bit more, absolutely. If not, a little bit of just a small movement is all that's really necessary. One more breath. Exhale, hands on the knees, bring the knees together. And now I'd like you to open up your legs nice and slow. All right, nice wide V. So this particular one here, hands right in front. What we're going to do here is you're going to lean forward. Again, you can bend the elbows and just keep your hands here. For those of you who are a little bit more flexible, you can crawl your fingers and go as far as you'd like. Again, the back, stay straight, head is level with your spine hinging at the hips. This particular stretch is all about the back of the leg, the hamstring. This is going to stretch out the knee as well, and having your toes up to the ceiling is a lovely calf stretch. So just sitting like this, even barely moving, you should feel it. So this would be a dynamic stretch or isotonic, so you can really feel the activity in your body. Hands in front, again, straight spine, take that big breath. Exhale. Now, however you set yourself up in this position, I want you to pay attention to how your knees and your quads feel. They're probably a little tight right now. Try to relax them, let them go. And that's just being aware of the tension in our body. Even if you're doing something else, there's always a part of your body that's tight. Try to let it go. Maybe that'll help you go further, maybe not, it doesn't matter. Just try to relax your legs. Breath, come back to the breath. On the exhale, come up nice and slow. All right, perfect. Okay, so let's get our legs together now. Nice and slow, all right? Now, this is our staff pose. This is the neutral resting place to be. Sitting nice and tall in your sit bones, being aware of your posture. Shoulders are relaxed, and I want you to point your toes. Just point them, all right? Now, reach out with both arms, make a fist. Keep the arms low so we focus on the forearm, the wrist, and the hand, not so much the shoulders. Bend at the wrist, slightly turn out to the baby finger. Keep your back straight, just keep breathing. So this is a nice stretch, release of the extensor muscles along the forearm, the top of the wrist, the hand and the fingers as well. And turning your hand slightly out to the baby finger. This way we're going to release and stretch the muscles along the side of the forearm so we target the whole area. On the exhale, straighten hands, excuse me, palms to ceiling. Tip of the right fingers onto the tip of the left, and I want you to gently push your fingers back. Releasing, stretching, lengthening the palm of the hand, the flexor muscles, the palm, fingers as well. From here, release. Now, if you can, I want you to get your heels off the floor. Let's do this side here. The right hand, left fingers onto the tip, bring it back. Now, very gentle. You don't have to be forcing your body, like I said earlier. Even if you just do it a little bit, that's fine. Exhale, release, heels on the floor. Relax your knees and thighs, all right? Bring the hands up. Let's work the fingers. We're just going to pull the fingers back gently. Starting with your thumb, we're going to pull each finger back. Follow the rhythm of the breath. Keep the breath going now. So even when I'm talking, when I'm demonstrating, and even if you're not moving, keep that breath going. Every breath you take is long and smooth. Now let's work on releasing these tight fingers. Now just pull them back gently. You don't have to crack your knuckles. So just decompressing, uncoiling, releasing the nerves, the blood vessels, the muscles. Every stretch we do, every move we make is doing the same thing. Lengthening the muscles, decompressing them, releasing the nerves, the tight blood vessels as well. When you finish your last little finger on your hand, stretch the fingers out, stretch them out, get a deep stretch into the palm of the hand, and then I want your hands to go limp, and I want you to shake them out, shake those hands out, release the tension in the hands and fingers. All right, perfect. Roll the shoulders out, put your hands on your lap, roll them out. All right, let's work the ankles now and the feet and the toes. So from here, if you want, you can lean back, just relax. Or if you prefer to have a straight spine, keep your hands along the side of your hips, all right? So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to roll the ankles. So I want you just to open up your legs just a little bit, sitting nice and tall again, being aware of your posture. You're going to roll in and roll out. That's it. 2 breaths each direction. Let's go. Inhale around. Try to keep your legs from moving. Just focus on the ankle. Inhale around, exhale. And again. And that's it. And wiggle the toes. You can wiggle the fingers if you want. All right, let's get into our table, onto your hands and knees now. All right, nice and gentle. I usually provide little pads for some people who need them. For my students, especially for your knees or your wrists if you need, you can use a thin blanket or a thin towel if you don't have a little extra padding. Now this is our table, a neutral position. Again, checking the alignment, ankle to knee, knee to hip. Knees are hip distance apart. Elbow, shoulders, wrists lined up. Head is level with your spine. Let's do some cat and cow. Let's work on that spine. Inhale, head up, sacrum up, C-scoop spine. Exhale as you arch the back, chin to chest, belly button to spine. Lengthening the spine, releasing the upper back. This is a beautiful stretch for your lower back. Cat and cow. Breath and motion, meditation motion. Try to relax your thighs while you're doing this. One more, up. And straight spine. From here, curl the toes. Let's get ourselves up to mountain. Come all the way up, nice and slow. All right, shake it out. Shake the hands out, shake the legs out, roll the shoulders out. This is our mountain, Tadasana. Feet are hip distance apart, nice and anchored to the floor, standing tall, being aware of your posture again. Let's take a few breaths into our nice strong mountain. Relax those shoulders. Relax the knees, the thighs, your belly, maybe your buttocks. Let it all go. Let's inhale up. Exhale. Inhale into a gentle back bend. Inhale. Preparing for ragdoll, take a breath. On the exhale, soften the knees, hinging at the hips, come fold over. Keep the knees soft and hang out. If this makes you dizzy, come up a little bit higher if you need to. And this is a beautiful full body stretch into our ragdoll. Let it all hang out, let gravity pull it down. Lengthening the spine, releasing the shoulders, the back. Exhale, bend the knees, come up very, very slowly. Reverse the blood flow so you don't get dizzy. Roll the shoulders out. Let's do one more. Let's do a nice lateral stretch. You can open up your legs a little wider if you'd like. Let's inhale, right arm up. Exhale over. Arms, everything is nice and lined up, so try not to be twisted forward or leaning back. And let's really get a beautiful stretch all the way down the right side of the body. One more breath. Exhale up, bring the right arm all the way down as you inhale, left one up. And reach if you can. These stretches can be done with your hands on your hips as well. A lateral stretch, one more breath. Exhale back to center. Come back down. Preparing for child's pose. Open up the knees a little bit wider. Lean back. Now, make sure the head and neck are always supported. You can rest your forehead on your stacked fists. You can rest it on your block. Your stacked hands are on the floor. Child's pose, Balasana. Let's take a rest together. So this is our, like I said, child's pose. So this is a full body stretch. This is a resting place and a relaxing place. Now's the time to thank yourself for being here today, for taking this short little time with us, with me, with yourself. to reconnect with your body, to slow things down, to re-energize, maybe decompress, for whatever reason brings you here on your mat. Maybe there's no reason, maybe you just need to stop and breathe and turn the noises off for a little while, step away from the outside world. One more breath. On the exhale, come up nice and slow. Now I want you to get yourself onto your back gently. All the way. Keeping the knees bent, back is anchored, shoulders are nice and relaxed. Take a breath. Exhale, bring the knees up, give yourself a big hug. And I want you to rock from side to side. Just rock and breathe, close your eyes, keep that breath going. Hopefully you have the same breath that you had 10 minutes ago, that you had at the beginning of the class, the same breath. Rock and breathe. This is lengthening the spine, releasing the spine, and also giving yourself a beautiful back massage. And I want you to do some little circles to the left, focusing on the lower back. Little circles to the right. You can hold on to your legs if you'd like, or you can release them, it doesn't matter. Whatever feels good for you at this point. And knees to center, soles of the feet onto the floor. And I want you to straighten your legs one at a time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring them over your head. And I want you to stretch your body out. You can reposition your arms. If this bothers your shoulders, you can put your arms anywhere else. And just let your body settle into the ground, feeling nice and heavy and relaxed and calm. Breath is flowing. On the next exhale, bring your hands to the side of your body, palms facing the ceiling. Hands are open to receive guidance from your higher self. And let's prepare for our closing Savasana, meditation, relaxation, reflection time. However you choose to bring this into your practice today, resting comfortably in your corpse pose. At this point, if you'd like, you can bend your knees for comfort if you want to lay on your side. Some people like to have a little blanket or a little pillow to rest in. Because we have a short class, we're not going to be here very long. But when you have a normal hour yoga or hour and a half, you might spend 5-10 minutes in Savasana, just resting, breathing. Let your mind, your body, and your soul absorb the vibrations of the bells, bringing your own energies to its appropriate frequency. Slowly bring yourself back into the room, back into your space. Wiggle your fingers and toes to bring life back to your body. And when you're ready, very slowly, very carefully bring yourself back up to our cross-legged Sukhasana position or any seated position at this point that is comfortable for you. Take your time. I know it's hard to get off the floor. Comfortable on your sit bones. Back is nice and straight. Shoulders are relaxed. Let's bring our hands together. Let's rub them vigorously to activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center. Close your eyes. Let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune in. Inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Satnam. Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace. May love and light be with you always. Namaste. Thank you. That was wonderful. Sometimes a half hour is all you need. You know, sometimes 20 minutes is good. All right, so I'm just doing a 30-minute class today. The next time I do a yoga, I'll probably do a two-part or maybe another hour class. So stay tuned for, I'm going to be doing a lovely little chair yoga class and also a nice Pilates on the mat, if you're interested in that. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel good. All right, I always feel good after a good stretch anyway, for whatever reason brings you here today. So thanks again, enjoy your day and get outside, whatever the weather, I hope that it's not raining like it is here today. And get some sun on your face, smile. Thanks again, we'll see you soon.